Courage. Courage to dare. Courage to dare to be different. Courage to not just acknowledge our differences, but to embrace our differences. Courage to dream. The women leaders of today have had the courage to have the dream as little girls yesterday. And if we want to build the future we want to see, we are going to need the courage to dream.
Women bring a lot of skills in every one of those areas when I think about it, and I'm just excited to see more women in the field, but I wish I had more to choose from as well as I'm staffing my team. And that's a big reason why I was very excited to participate today in this panel, because I think it's so important that we make visible what those opportunities are and demonstrate that it's great being here. I love participating in the industry as well.
The first one, many years ago in middle school, she was in the robotics team that was actually headed by, the coach was my husband. And he was he tried very hard to be very inclusive, make sure both the girls and the boys on the team, participated equally in different types of activities. There were two types of activities that I think they had to choose between. One was programming and one was marketing. That's what I recall. Anyway, the first girl, he asked her, so which one would you like to do? She said, programming. Great. And then another boy came on, what would you like to do? Maybe, I think, programming. Then he asked the next girl, what would you like to do? She said, marketing. Then he asked another girl, what would you like to do? She said, marketing. And then the first girl, who had actually selected programming, raised her hand and said, you know what, I'd like to change my mind. I'd like to go into marketing too. But having role models is really important. And how one can provide it, I think, like you said, we just need to be encouraging and collaborative, both to men and women, frankly, just because, we can all win by providing positive role models in the STEM fields to children of any gender.
The only fact that we don't have to think now that men are against women. It's all together, and that's why inclusivity is very important.
So the things that we can do is basically, as a woman, we can also share to others is we have ability to accept change. Because the thing that we know in the world is constant change, right? It's just, you can see how the technology change. Every second change. I'm sure Tara and Sharon and Deepa, you have that, challenges is to catch up, right? And the same time is learn, not only for women, but for everyone, is dealing effectively with ambiguity. Because some of the technology is not yet well developed, right? We have to develop, and sometimes we have to do it in order to make it successful. It's like also encourage people to learn by mistakes. And that's what, I think what in the beginning you say, encouragement, encourage to take the risk to make mistakes. And I'm sure this technology, it grew and discovered by mistakes, right? That's how we become creative.
Bringing different perspective, different skills, different experiences to the table, which helps companies become more innovative and more inclusive in their products, right? Half of the population are women buying our products. We need to make sure we understand what they are looking for.
If I was to boil it down to the three things that I personally think are most impactful, first, we talk about diversity and inclusion and we act on it. So things like aspirational goals of having more inclusion of women and other underrepresented groups. You'll see it in our board of directors. You mentioned our CEO, former CTO. We need more of that and at all levels of the company, which is places where we're still trying to make strides. But also we talk about unconscious bias. We talk about gender and racial inequalities. The second piece, I think, providing a good support network. And a lot of times the ERGs, the employee resource groups, serve as that. But that comes with other pieces of support as well that I think are really helpful and important. The third piece, I would say, is simply a culture of mentoring.
When you provide value, that's how we shine. No matter what gender you are, you will shine when you provide value. And that's very important for everybody, woman or male, is What is my value that I provide to the individual, to the organizations, to the community? That's what we should believe, and we should develop our value. And that's how I see it.
From a rich and a diverse viewpoint, right? I think I'm looking forward for your stories, which help us learn, different paths each one of you have taken, and how we can encourage our colleagues, kind of grow further in their careers, learning and listening from you.
Ksenia, the future of women in mobility is
the present, is now,
is
not
now.
the future.